Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we talk about everything financial literacy. And today I'm going to be showing you how to remove any information from Chexsystems. So this is actually a very easy process, and there's a few different ways that you can do it. I will show you one way, and then I will show you another way that you can do it. Either one of these ways work. But I do believe one is slightly easier than the other, but they're both fairly easy. So the first thing that you'll want to do is go to chexsystems.com, exactly the way that it's spelled, www.chexsystems.com, and you will need to register for an account. So if you look on here, it already shows you how to opt out if you want to report identity theft, your right to dispute, and your alerts that you can have on for this particular information. So if you have it frozen, that's okay. You can still do this. The first thing that you want to do, though, is register. Now, the registration form is done within 3 steps. The first thing you want to do is enter your first name, middle name, last name, your previous last name if it changed or you got married, your date of birth, your social, verify your social, and then submit your address information here as well as your zip code. So once you fill out all this information, it's going to take you through step 2 and step 3. Since I already have an account, it won't allow me to move forward. You will be able to register for the account and log in. Now, I will say when I first set up this account, I had a few issues. That was a few months ago, and I don't recall exactly what issues that I had. I will say if you're having issues with your browser, use Google Chrome or use Firefox if you're using Safari. I will also say that I had to call Chexsystems in order to have them help me with setting up this account. Now, if you're having issues, contact Chexsystems. They will be able to help you. Now, when I first called them, they did ask me why did I want my report, which I thought was a weird question. I told the representative because I just wanted for my records. He asked me if I was to decline for any bank information. You don't have to say that. I told him that it's just because I want it for my records and I can have it if I want it. It's my information. It worked out. I was able to eventually get into my account. I had some password issues, talked to another representative who was in the tech support for the online accounts. Really cool. So your experience may be based off of who you talk to. But once I did that, I'm going to show you what it looks like when you actually log on to your Chexsystems account after you're registered. Once you are registered, this is going to be the Chexsystems homepage. You'll have the home, request your reports. If you want to report identity theft, your security freeze, there's a tab for education, dispute, and opt out. All right. And it even tells you right here, Chexsystems is an all-in-one solution for your financial wellness and identity theft protection. They're a specialty consumer reporting agency under the FCRA. All right. So when you go here, the first thing you want to do is request your report online. You can do that by going right up here to the top and then clicking consumer disclosure. When you click that, it's going to say you can request a report to learn what information, if any, is listed on your consumer file at Chexsystems. If you have been denied an account and Chexsystems was used in the decision process, this information will help you understand what may have contributed to that decision. Have you been declined an account during the past 60 days where Chexsystems was used in the decision process? I would always select no. Don't acknowledge that. Just say no and then submit. Once you submit, and this website is very slow, you'll notice that when you're setting up the account, it takes a while. Give it a second. It will load. Once it loads, it's going to generate your consumer disclosure report that's going to have all of your information on Chexsystems. Now, at this time, I already went through this process. I disputed all the information. So the information that's going to be on here, it won't be anything that's bad for me. Now, what I noticed what they had addresses, phone numbers, things of that nature. If you're looking at this now, more than likely I already blocked it out because it has my personal information. But for you, it should have your first name, middle name, last name, your address. It'll also have your consumer ID. It'll also have your personal information. It should have a couple of addresses, some phone numbers, some emails, your date of birth. I removed any emails I didn't want. I removed any phone numbers I didn't want. I also removed any alternative names that I did not want. Now, when you're looking at your report, you're probably going to see inquiries from different banks that you may have applied for, and you're going to see who actually inquired with you. Now, after you look at this, you'll get an idea about which people pull from Chexsystems. All right. That's really going to be the main thing here that you're going to be looking for. Now, once you have your report, you basically see if there was anything that was possibly negative on the report or anything that maybe you did not want, you will be able to dispute. All right. So once you have the report, there is an option right here with this little white paper, and it downloads it for you. As you can see, when I go here, there's a document here. It downloaded my report. Keep that for your records in case you get locked out of this account. It happened to me, may happen to you, but just keep all of that downloaded and make sure that you have that information. All right. Now, this is the easy way of doing it, in my opinion. You can go to the dispute tab here. Now, it says if you dispute the completeness or accuracy of the information in your consumer file, you have the right to submit a dispute directly to the source of the information. However, if you prefer, Chexsystems will contact the source on your behalf to initiate a reinvestigation. Reinvestigations are usually completed within approximately 30 days, 21 days for residents in Maine. All right. And although not required, supporting documentation may be included with your dispute with the reinvestigation. Documentation may include, but is not limited to, identity theft affidavits, which if there's something on your report that has been from identity theft, you know how to submit the affidavit. We've done it a lot on this channel. If you don't know, I'll link that here because I'm not going to do it on this video. Unfortunately, this is so old, I don't have the real-time information on how I did it. So I don't have it, unfortunately. But if you've been on this channel, you know how to submit the affidavit, you know how to add information there. You do the same thing. You can come back here and add it for supporting documentation if you need it. Okay. If not, then that's fine. We hit continue. All right. So as you can see, and I may have to block out some information, but there's different tabs here. There is name, address, email, phone number, date of birth. This is personal information. The only thing you would need to do is click dispute, and then you can select the reason for the dispute. This information is not mine. If you do that, then you can add here exactly why you're disputing this, and you can dispute the name. All right. Now there's other information here, reported information. As you can see, there's no items found. I already removed all the reported information. If it was here, you would be able to dispute it. There's inquiries that were viewed by others. So a long time ago, there was a Citibank one. There was also one from Cash One, LLC, DBA Cash One. I think that was Rapid Cash. I probably got a payday loan or something. But if I wanted to dispute this and say, hey, this inquiry is a result of identity theft, I could dispute the inquiry here. All right. And the selected item has been added to your dispute. You can continue to add additional items to dispute and then to submit the request to Chexsystems. All right. So as you can see, you can go through, find more information. There's some other stuff here like Credit Karma. That's normal. PayPal credit, normal. This is the one from Goldman Sachs, normal. All this stuff is pretty normal, but it does give you an idea of who actually uses this, who's looking at this information in order to qualify you for things. So if you were denied, you can actually see if the bank did pull this and denied you. And again, the reported information is the one that you're more than likely going to be disputing. Once you go to the items to dispute, you can submit. And then it's going to ask you, once it finished loading, do you want to upload documentation to support this dispute request? Okay. Now, it's loading here. Again, like I said, this website takes a while. I'll probably cut to this part. But if you wanted to upload something, you would then click yes. Now you can upload the file. So if you did have that affidavit and you wanted to upload that file, you can then go here to upload it and then you can submit it. All right. I'm going to also show you an example of what it looks like once you dispute information with Chexsystems. So the first letter that you're going to get will look something like this. It'll say, "Dear, your name. This letter pertains to communication that Chexsystems Inc. has received about information contained in our files. Chexsystems is a nationwide specialty consumer reporting agency under the Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act. What do you need to know?" So they've initiated a review of the consumer file relative to your communication and will send additional correspondence to you when the review is complete. If you have disputed information under normal circumstances, a reinvestigation will be completed within approximately 30 days, 21 days for residents of Maine. So pretty much the same thing that we read before. This is a standard notification that you will get. And this notification is going to actually be in your Chexsystems online account profile. I'm going to go back at the end and show you where to find that. Now, if you noticed on the previous letter that I received, the correspondence was sent on March the 11th, or at least they responded on March the 11th. Now, this is March the 12th. So same thing, dear Stephen Smith, this letter pertains to communication that Chexsystems has received information about contained files, and based on the content of your communication and our research of the situation, the information below has been removed from your personal information section in the consumer disclosure report. Enclosed is a copy of the updated consumer report, which was created using identifiers provided to us. So this information is more likely going to be blocked, but they remove that information. And then so on and so forth. You'll get a letter that says personal information was removed. You'll get a letter that says reported information was removed. And you can just go ahead and continue to dispute that information. And you can do it all on one dispute form. Now, this is the easy way of doing this. And then let's go back to our actual homepage. All right, now back on the homepage, all of your correspondence are going to be here. You can click at the bottom, view all correspondence, but your disputes will also be here in the dispute center. Of course, for me, no items are found because I'm not disputing anything right now. But as you can see for Chexsystems, it's really comprehensive. Everything's already built in. So it's very easy for you to dispute any negative information that could be hindering you in opening a bank account. If you go to, opt out and you want to opt back in, you can actually request to opt back in on the website. My recommendation is once the information, is removed, you want to opt back in because you will not be able to open certain bank accounts if you're not opted in and let them see this information. So this is, to me, the easiest way that you can do this. This isn't the only way. You can also do a complaint with the CFPB. There's another way on the homepage of the website where you can submit the same information, but this is the easiest way to do it. I also want you to keep in mind that even if you delete anything from Chexsystems, let's say you have you had an old account with Goldman Sachs that was written off or something. It was a write-off, or you had a bounce check here. The thing is, if you have that original financial institution, whoever you originally had it with, this doesn't clear up anything that's with them. Their information is internal. If you had something with them, it's still there. It does not go away. This will not delete anything that's internal for that particular institution. You need to deal with that directly with them. Now, what this will do is for anyone new looking at your account, they will not see this derogatory information that you have removed. Okay, so just understand, this does not remove the information from the place that you had the derogatory information with. It's just any other future place that looks at this will not see that if it's removed. My other recommendation is removing any old personal information that you do not want. Now, before we go, I'm going to show you again on the homepage how you can also submit this information if you have a problem making this account online. Let's say that for some reason you're having an issue creating this account and registering for it with Chexsystems. You can request for them to send you one of these reports, and then I'm going to show you how to do it on the homepage. So we're back on the Chexsystems homepage. If we scroll down right here where it says right to dispute, you can click submit a dispute here. Now, have you received your consumer disclosure report? If you haven't, then you could click here to request it, of course. But let's say in this case, you just say yes. You can then enter your first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, all of your identifiable information, your driver's license, state, your address. And then here you would go dispute number 1. You would type in personal information, reported information, inquiries viewed by others, check cashing inquiries, inquiries only viewed by you, retail information, history of checks ordered, your social security number, validation or unknown. So just know for Chexsystems, these are the only things that they're going to have. A little bit of personal information, reported information, which is the main one that most of us are probably going to be looking at, inquiries viewed by others, check cashing inquiries, bounce checks, which, a lot of people aren't using checks that much anymore. But if you did do that, it'll be here. Inquiries viewed by others, retail information, history of checks ordered, so on and so forth. This is the information that Chexsystems has. If you're looking for anything else, you might want to check early warnings or a different one, but this is what they have. Listed on the disputed information, put the date the information was reported, describe the nature of the issue, and then you upload any documentation, affidavit, police report, whatever you need to add. You can also click here, dispute another item, and then you go number 2. You can do that, and then you can, of course, again, upload documentation, agree to terms and conditions, do the captcha to confirm you're not a robot, and then submit. So that is the alternative method that you can also dispute things on Chexsystems. If you're unable to register for an account and you just want to log on to the website, go here and then submit the information. That is the alternative method of doing this. Hopefully, this answers the question. I know that you guys had a lot of questions about Chexsystems, and this should be like the easiest, most straightforward way to remove any derogatory information with Chexsystems that you'll ever find on YouTube. So if you do appreciate this type of content, please like and subscribe. Share this with anyone that may need it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you and give you some alternative methods, because there's actually a few different ways that you can dispute this information. This isn't the only way. Again, there's a way through the CFPB as well. I only need to do this one time, never have to do it again. Again, it's fairly easy to do this with Chexsystems. The only thing you really have to do, which probably will be the hardest thing, is registering online and creating your account. And if you have any issues, once again, contact Chexsystems. I won't be able to help you with that. You need to contact them. They can help you set up your account online, and then the rest would just be following the exact same steps. Again, I can't give you step by step because everyone's information is different. When I disputed mine, I really didn't have much of anything. So it was like a couple things I had to dispute, some old personal information. I was done. Haven't had to deal with this ever again. So hopefully it works out that easy for you. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you have a wonderful day.